In this video, we continue west on our trek to the Pacific Ocean. We leave our accommodations in Reno, Oklahoma, cross the Texas state line, drive through the panhandle of Texas for another very windy ride through Texas. Connect with new friends in Amarillo, Texas. Stop in for lunch at the eclectic and historic town of Tucumcari, New Mexico, before arriving at Santa Rosa, where I have, in my opinion, one of the best Mexican meals I have ever had. We are John and Miriam. We may live along the Virginia coast, but for the next few months, we will again call the road our home. We plan to ride our Can-Am Spyder to the Pacific coast and back, over 7,000 miles through 16 states. We are calling this trip a lap around America. We know this odyssey will offer up its full serving of adventure, scenic beauty, along with the standard dose of challenges. But that's what we signed up for. Well, good morning, my love.
Hello. I'm not awake yet.
Yeah. We are departing El Reno, Oklahoma. Had a pleasant night's stay.
Yeah.
Got a full tank of gas. Alright, now I have to do my magic and figure out how to... Backing is never my strong suit, especially with the trailer. Mild this morning, it's 71, it's going to be almost 100. Feels really good. And unfortunately, instead of being on 66 a lot today, looks like we're going to be spending time on pretty much Interstate 40, just playing catch up, trying to get back on our agenda since we're now 5 days behind. Before we had the mechanical, we elected to cut Bisbee out of the itinerary, Bisbee, Arizona, and just go straight west. And then we got to Tulsa, we had the breakdown. Whew, it's almost cool compared to yesterday. Yeah. Not quite 8. We wanted to be out by 7:30, but we fired her up about 10 minutes till the hour of 8. So yesterday we stopped for gas, got back on the Spyder, cranked it back up again, and my GPS has nothing, absolutely nothing. I couldn't find any tutorials on troubleshooting. I don't know if it's a power issue, maybe we popped the fuse. I've got spare fuses in my kit, not sure which one it would be. I did not bring a multimeter on the trip. I can't tow my entire toolkit behind this. Well, we just saw a sign. Miriam, what did the sign say?
Beware, hitchhikers may be escaping inmates. Oh, thanks for the heads up.
Yeah, we don't pick up hitchhikers on the Spyder anyway. I mean, where were they going to ride?
Yeah, it's funny.
That's a good safety tip, thanks. And just a few miles further down the road, we come upon the Texas state line. Well, Miriam, you're back in Texas.
Yep.
Yeah, the line's about 5 feet that way. But, so anyway, high five. Another state down. So we're on 66, Texas state line. I was here a couple of years ago. and took a photograph, but it was just me. So, any profound words?
I'm just glad we're back on the road.
Back on the road. We arrived in Amarillo, Texas, where we were planning on spending the night, and connected with Mike and Bev. The four of us then went over to the Big Texan restaurant for a lovely dinner. Regrettably, much of the video for this segment was lost due to operator error. May 20th, leaving Amarillo. Destination today is Santa Rosa, just inside the New Mexico state line. It's supposed to be in the 80s today. And this morning I was noticing I was getting the cameras ready, that my SD card was full. No, that's not possible. I dumped everything yesterday. Well, what happened was when we met them in the rear parking lot of the hotel here, I forgot, for whatever reason, I did not turn the camera off. So we have, I filled up my entire SD card with dialogue looking at Miriam's foot. So I erased that, and so the selfies and inside the Big Texan restaurant is all gone. If you go there and you eat the big steak, and within a 1 hour time period at all the tributes, it's free. If not, it's $200. Whew. So, yeah, we have multiple layers on this morning, and we've got some really strong winds, which is very similar to what I experienced coming through here last time.
Yeah, this is a challenge. We're in the middle of a sea of wind turbines, and John says the wind is about 30 miles per hour. But I think that may be an underestimate. All I know is the wind keeps slamming my helmet on my head, and I'm having to hold it with my hand to prevent that from happening. But all the wind turbines are just going round and round like crazy. There was a sign that says we were entering a gusty wind area. It's kind of funny, I've never seen a sign like that, but it's the gospel truth. This is a gusty wind area. Oh, thank heavens. Coffee and Adrian coming up.
Miriam, you made it to the midpoint of Route 66. How do you feel?
Windborne.
It's been a bit windy. We're just going to go inside and have a cup of coffee. West of Adrian, Texas, closing in on the New Mexico border, and the topography changes. It was grasslands and prairie, and we've seen this before. I wish I knew the technical definition for the geology, but now we're descending, and I think we're descending into a more arid region, which is the New Mexico desert. It's amazing how much it's going to change. We've already seen our first bluff or our first butte, whatever those things are over there. From the Atlantic Ocean, almost to New Mexico. Well, the last few views of Texas in this trip. Short, sweet, windy.
Here we go.
Up on New Mexico.
Land of enchantment.
In Mountain Time Zone. Woohoo! High five. Well, we're in New Mexico, just enjoying the scenery coming up on Tucumcari. That's the place we're going to stop, spend a couple of days until, well, the events in Tulsa. And we're digging it. The wind has died down a lot. Let's see, Tucumcari. Next, I couldn't read the sign. And my GPS, which died right after we left Tulsa, and has been dead, and I could not figure out what's wrong with it. And I don't have a meter, so I don't know if it was getting power or whether it's the GPS. It's come back to life. I'm looking down, it's alive now. So, I'm happy. We are in Tucumcari. And we're back on Route 66. The main street through downtown Tucumcari is also Route 66. They've done an excellent job of maintaining all the old original architecture from the 30s, 40s, and 50s, many of which are open for business, to include many hotels, restaurants, and gas stations. You got Dell's Restaurant. There's that Texaco station. Those that are not open have been remodeled on the outside to give the appearance that they are brand new. And that's where we were going to stay, the Roadrunner. Something. Yeah, the Blue Swallow Motel with garages and bicycles. The Safari Motel. The American Hotel. Tucumcari also offers a nice history museum of Tucumcari and the region. Prices are low and it's a worthwhile stop while in town. Hour or so here at the Tucumcari Historical Museum. Entry fee is typically $10 a person. Actually, $5 a person. $5 a person. It's worth it. It's a lot of cool stuff here. Yeah. You can learn about the history of Tucumcari before it became famous from Route 66. 75. It's time to shed layers. So, although we may get sidetracked, we may not make it, but we're going to be going, well, we're going to make it, but we're going to go to Santa Rosa. Just up the road. Hey guys, we're here in Santa Rosa, New Mexico. Hope you can hear me because of the wind. It's gusting about 25 miles an hour. It's about 90 degrees outside. What a change. This morning it was chilly. It's about 59, and we had to put our base layers on, wind barriers on, and as it heated up, it got really comfortable. Not a bad ride. Did not even have to use our cooling vest because it just heated up as we got closer to town. Plus, we're in New Mexico. It's a time change, so now we're on mountain time. Tomorrow, the weather forecast, apparently a cold front's coming through, is going to be in the high 40s when we want to leave tomorrow morning. So we've got a good ride tomorrow out to where are we going tomorrow? Gallup, New Mexico. That's our destination. And then to Sedona. And, well, I've been trying to get to Sedona ever since we left home, and ultimately California. So, I would go inside and show you the room, but Miriam is doing her hair, and I don't know if you're familiar with the law, but if you video your wife while she's doing her hair or makeup, that's considered justifiable homicide. So in most states, so beware. So we're gonna hoof it down to a authentic local Mexican restaurant, and we have found that in the Southwest United States it is particularly good fare. So we're gonna head down there and see what we can find. The Silver Moon Cafe on Route 66. And we're walking over so we can have a margarita or two.
You're going to tell everybody about how good they are, how good it is, and
I'm a little bit overwhelmed.
over intimidated.
Okay. I think that's the same thing.
I can't eat anymore. Maybe later, but not now. That was some of the best Mexican food I've ever had.
Oh my goodness. I didn't want to go overboard in the restaurant because it was full and people were staring at us. But we were in Santa Fe 3 years ago on our first big trip out west. And I realized that the Mexican food there was incredibly different than what I'm used to on the East Coast. And so we got another serving of that kind of quality tonight. It was delicious, with the right amount of fire and everything to give it some zip. So we're gonna waddle back to our hotel room and figure out what to do next.